Hi, I'm Melis Onur from Bilkent University Electrical Engineering Department, and this is my Physics 102 project. My project aim was to compare the efficiency of different coil setups. The first setup was putting two coils side by side. The second was putting one inside the other, and the third was using an iron-laminated core. In the first part of the experiment, I compared the efficiency of these three setups. In the second part of the experiment, I changed the RMS voltage and compared the efficiency with respect to voltage. I used one coil with 15 turns and another with 20 turns in my measurements and applied alternating current using a signal generator. In the first part, I expected the power loss to be somewhat insignificant considering the high efficiency of transformers. Furthermore, I expected the iron-laminated core setup to be the most efficient, since the iron core helps transfer most of the magnetic flux between coils. However, my measurements were very far from theory and all the setups had a significant loss of power. Even more, the iron core setup was the least efficient with almost 98% power loss. I obtained very different results to my theoretical values in the second part of the experiment as well. I expected the power loss to be inversely proportional to voltage squared. So I expected more efficiency the higher voltage I gave. However, I observed an increase in the power loss with voltage difference. The power loss was again very high. This much error can't be assigned to just random errors during the experiment. Evidently, the voltage levels I worked with were very low, and the coils were very thin with very small number of turns. This is significantly different to an actual transformer, which has thousands of volts of potential and coils with hundreds of thousands of turns. The expected efficiency would most probably be achieved with a similar setup in my experiment. However, such a setup obviously was impossible in the freshman lab. As a result, my transformers were already so inefficient that I could not observe any reliable relationship with different setups. The iron core was also ineffective in preserving the small magnetic flux generated in the coils, and made little to no difference. All in all, my theoretical approach was correct and my setup was made according to plan, but my results were not accurate due to the scale I worked with in the lab. Thank you for listening.